Hi, you guys. Today I'm going to show you how to make my out of this world gluten-free meatballs. Let me tell you, these meatballs are so good. Everybody that tries them absolutely loves them. And there's like a little bit of a secret ingredient, but I really think these are the meatballs that won my husband's heart and he eventually asked me to marry him. So let's get started. So in a bowl, I have some ground beef, a pound of ground beef, and a pound of Italian sausage. That is the secret to my meatballs that makes them taste so good. If you can't find bulk Italian sausage in your area, you can always use the link sausage and then just remove them from the casings. You'll need a pound of that as well. And I'm also adding to that some oregano and Italian seasoning, as well as some Worcestershire sauce. Oh, by the way, I'm using hot Italian sausage. If you don't like it super spicy, you can use mild. I wouldn't suggest using the sweet Italian sausage. It just has a whole different flavor to it. And to this, I'm adding my own homemade gluten-free breadcrumbs. You can also use store-bought. They will work just fine. I have done it in a pinch, but I really like my own homemade breadcrumbs. If you can make them, I will put a link for that in the description box as well. And I'm adding to this some minced garlic, just about a clove or so. And by the way, as always, you will find the recipe in the description box below, the link for the recipe. This is 2 eggs that I'm lightly beating, and I'll add that to the mix as well. And then freshly grated Parmesan cheese. This isn't the green can of Parmesan. This is Parmigiano Reggiano, the real stuff, the real deal, and I freshly grated it. The best tools for making meatballs is your hands, of course. I don't think I've ever seen anybody make meatballs without using their hands. So get in there and really squish it together at first. You don't want to overmix, but you do need to get it well mixed. So at first I kind of squish it between my fingers, and then I eventually start folding, like kind of lifting and folding it up and over until it's pretty well combined. And then once you can see that the spices and everything are well combined and distributed throughout, then you can start portioning it off and rolling your meatballs. For most of my meatball purposes, I like like a golf ball, maybe a little smaller than a golf ball size. Yeah, that's about a golf ball size. You can make them smaller than this, like really tiny cocktail ones. You can make them large to where you'll need like a fork or even a knife and fork to cut them. However you make them, it doesn't matter the size. You can also use a scoop like I'm using here. And they also have different size scoops. So if you want different size meatballs with a scoop, just pick your size you want and use that. Of course, they will cook at different temperatures if you make the different sizes, but I have all of that in the instructions in the recipe. So now I'm just going to clean up a little bit, and we're actually going to bake these. I bake them at 425 Fahrenheit for the smaller ones about 20 minutes and the larger ones up to 30. And that's it. These are the meatballs, and they have like this little skirt. I call it like a cheese skirt of melted Parmesan cheese on the bottom. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is really hard to not just eat all these just as is. But you can use them for so many different things. You can use them for, of course, spaghetti and meatballs. You can use them for cocktail meatballs, probably Swedish meatballs, a meatball sub, you name it. So, so good, you guys. Enjoy.